We discussed goodness and its definition, but an important area of a metaethical foundation remains missing, and that is that of moral realism. Let's face it, if morals are not actually real, meaning they don't exist and aren't contained within reality, what is the point of the fake definitions that we're assigning? Ultimately, they would be subjective and arbitrary anyway, a moral anti realist would say. Now, in this installment, we'll go over why morals, in fact, are real. We won't be going over particular moral statements or moral systems just yet. That will be done in the normative ethics installments. Right now, we are operating in a domain that is much more fundamental and primordial. How do we know morals are real? Are they? By what do we distinguish the existence of morals? Well, to begin to understand that, we must know what morals are. Simply put, morals are a potential state of affairs in reality that must be the case and ought to be pursued and maximized. To demonstrate the existence of morals, one would have to demonstrate the presence of such concepts in reality. To put the argument into syllogistic form, it would be if reality must be a certain way, morals must exist. Reality must be a certain way, therefore, morals must exist. Now, we're going to address the contentions with each premise that could possibly be levied, and the first premise is justified by the fact that morals are an ideal state of affairs needing to be achieved, which is the case because if reality did not have present an ideal state of affairs that needed to be achieved, its basis for existence would be ameliorated and hence would not exist. That can't be possible, hence, an ideal state of affairs needing to be achieved must exist. Premise 2 is justified by the fact that reality has a teleology, which is to maximize existence, otherwise, it would not exist. Any behavior that doesn't align with this goal is immoral because it is a negation of the ideal state of affairs needing to be achieved. And any behavior that aligns with the teleology of reality, without which reality wouldn't exist, would be moral. Reality must be a certain way, therefore, morals must exist because morals are how reality ought to be. And that's to say, all that morals are a possible state of affairs in reality that must be maximized because they align with reality's goal. And that which aligns with the goal of reality would necessarily be good, utile, and hence moral. And that which doesn't negates that and is disassociated from reality's teleology and evolutionary process of self refinement. The self refinement goal is present to maintain the identity of reality, the whole point of which is to get rid of parts of reality which could be self negating and derive a reality minimizing the capacity for self destruction and self negation. A relevant question often asked by moral anti-realists is the question of the is-ought gap and how its application makes moral realism exempt from validity. However, that's not true, and I will go over the is-ought gap in the next installment